Yo, what's poppin', my people? It's your big homie Crooks the Great, aka CTG, and I'm back today to smash some ranked opponents in UFC 5 with the homie Nick Diaz. Now, it's been a while since you guys have seen me do some Nick Diaz work, so I had to give y'all a treat in this one. We're taking on Spooky and Calvin Gastelum here in the first matchup. Now, this one can be a little bit difficult because of the lack of power that Nick Diaz has, so we gotta make Spooky pay when he puts himself in bad positions. So right here, we're inside the pocket. We see him overcommitting on these shots. And so that lets me know one shot could potentially rock him, like right there. Caught him going down to the body with a clean rear uppercut, but then he comes back. And we got the good solid damage off. Now, if you guys haven't used Nick Diaz and are planning on using Nick Diaz, especially after this video, just know that you have to be very, very cautious with Nick in this game, because he's very susceptible to getting cut. So you're going to get a lot of people pushing clinches if you're trying to pressure him, as well as you got to be aware of how much strikes you're eating as well. So right here, we're popping off some good strikes, landing damage, but we're also taking a little more than what I would like. As you see, we already have a cut on our eye. Right there, hit him with a good pull counter uppercut. And he's doing a really good job of pressuring me right now. And I gotta give Spooky credit. His striking has gotten a lot better since UFC 4. But yeah, he still puts himself in a lot of risky positions. Right there, we landed a crispy two-piece, and then the rear hook gets the knockdown that we look for, so we're mixing it up. Popping that jab off, slipping. Fighting him in the pocket, catching him again with a nice rear uppercut. And now notice how we're not pressing too far forward and just blitzing him when we get him hurt. And that's the kind of strategy you need to have with Nick Diaz. Excuse me, I just literally sneezed. So right here, we're taking our time, nice straight as we're out of range. And so right here, we're just looking to set up shots now. We're not looking to overwhelm his block or anything like that, because we're catching him with crispy clean timing as we knock him down. We give him that little FU taunt right there, put him down again with the crispy clean two-piece combo. And now it's looking real ugly in this first round. And we can see him pulling. He's doing everything that he can to keep himself in this fight, but it looks like a done deal from here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not gonna lie, it's just a matter of time. Nice body mix-up, clean rear uppercut, puts him to sleep right there with Nick Diaz, man. And that's how you have to do it. That's really honestly how you want to get knockouts with Nick Diaz in UFC 5, and how you're going to have to get knockouts with Nick Diaz. Let's see that uppercut again, just lifts him off his damn feet right there. Crazy, crazy work. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the next fight that I do have for you guys here on the video. Alright, so here we are in the second matchup, and this time we're going to be taking on MVP. Now, this matchup is incredibly hard. I'm not going to lie to you straight off the rip, man, because MVP's movement, his footwork speed, and his range is a really, really big problem. So we're going to have to really take our time in this fight. We're not going to be able to blitz MVP like we did against Calvin Gastelum, because he'll put us out of there with quickness. So here you see, we're going up against Vega here, and he's doing a good job of keeping himself on the back foot, utilizing that range of MVP and that tricky footwork. Popping off that jab. And ironically, I didn't notice that MVP kind of has that, he has that flicker jab, like that Bruce Lee jab. If you guys have used Bruce Lee, for all my Bruce Lee heads out there, he has that very, very quick, like, flick jab. That thing really, really is annoying to have to deal with. But right here, we're able to keep him back up against the fence, but just because we're pressuring him here does not always mean that we're winning this round, so we have to land something that makes him respect us in this pocket and put him in bad situations. You see him throwing off them elbows, popping off the straights. We're trying to cage cut him, but it's really, really tough to do with Nick Diaz just because of the lack of footwork speed. But either way, we're still on the pressure. We're keeping him on that back foot. We don't want him going forward. And what us pressuring forward like this is going to do is it's going to take away those kicks like he's throwing a lot. But he catches us right there with a beautifully timed flying knee. Hey, but it's all right. It's all right. We still in the fight. Nick Diaz is known for having a granite chin. So we're not out of the fight yet. And there we landed a two-piece. Now we're going to unload a little bit because we had him chopped up against the cage. But he did the smart thing in clinching me and hitting me with a clean elbow. And like I said with the Calvin Gastelum fight, Nick Diaz is very, very susceptible to having cuts on his face very easily. So we got to be careful with how many clinch elbows we eat as well. Right there, we're popping off the jab. And you notice he's using a lot of stamina to move out of the way and to get out of the way of the pressure that I'm supplying on him. So that's something we got to be aware of too. Right there, try to work the body. Nice block counter straight by us. We're having a little bit of success, but not too much. But we're starting to build momentum. Right there, nice three-piece. But all of these major lunges and all this throwing when he has half stamina and stuff like that, it's really starting to tax that long-term stamina. So right there, look, he's not even slipping shots. He's really just trying to preventative slip as the round comes to an end. Now, that's his round for sure. He got the rock on the beautifully timed flying knee. But there towards the end, we were able to have a little bit of success. We landed that nice block counter straight. We had a moment in time where we had him trapped up against the cage, and we were able to unleash a little bit of combos with Nick Diaz. But overall, it was his round. But we have some things that we can build off of heading into this next round. So here we're at the start of the second round. We're going to keep that pressure on. We know that he wants to go for the leg kicks when he's off at distance. And we know that he wants to flick out that jab. So we could potentially start slip straightening him. I'm going to try to work the body a little bit when he's standing stationary. Popping that jab off, feigning the straight. We know it's not going to hit, but we don't want him to major lunge backwards and then come with a straight, because that straight will come out like a damn piston and be a really big problem. So as you guys can see here, we're pumping out a little more volume than what we did in the last round. Throwing out some more damaging strikes. Nice body shot right there by him. And what we're really trying to accomplish in this round is we're going to try to get him to start making mistakes and put himself in bad situations. Because when we played it patient, he literally just moved all around, was landing those damaging shots, and was able to evade us a lot. So I see that he's actually major lunging off. He's preferring to major lunge into the power side. So we could potentially catch him with a hook up top or a hook down to the body. So here we're taking our time. Caught him right there with a crispy clean four-piece. Knocked him and dropped him with that rear hook. That's what we were looking for. And that's what I said we might be able to catch him with, was that rear hook. That left hook. So right here we're taking our time. Not rushing just because we got him hurt. He's doing some nice damage to that leg, but it's not really going to matter. Because like I've told you guys before, I can fight in southpaw, but if he wants to kick my leg and make me switch into orthodox, he's really doing me the favor. I'm not going to lie to you. So right there, he clinches us up. We punch him. That head health is starting to get real low on MVP. And that long-term stamina is really starting to come into effect, too. Right there, double jab. Closing the distance. I'm trying to anticipate a slip from him, but he's not really moving off too much. He's just major lunging, but right there we caught him with another hook. Caught him with a crispy clean two-piece on that clinch entry. He's throwing them knees just to prevent us from throwing straight strikes, but it won't matter as we catch him right there with a clean lead right hook. Does the damage. And now you can see he's starting to feel the pressure. And that's what we want. We want to start getting him to make mistakes. Either to make a mistake by just freezing up or to throw a strike that we could potentially hit a counter off of. He's going with that clinch. Nice body knees. Caught him with a straight. And that's the end of the second round. Now, a very, very good second round from us right there. Compared to the first, where he was doing pretty much anything that he wanted, we made him pay right there in the second round. We dropped him twice. We knocked him down twice in that round. So you know he's feeling the heat. He's in his mind, he's like, damn, I have MVP. Why is this dude dropping me? Well, hey, sometimes we just better at that point, my boy. We're just taking our time. Look at that long-term stamina. It's drained down from all these major lunges that he's been doing. Look at him clinching me, going with the clinch elbows. But this is the last round, so we're not really too worried about the cut at this point because we haven't taken too many shots up there. There's another clinch. And he would do really well to start pressing forward. But I feel like a lot of MVP players, just because they're using MVP, they automatically think, hey, you know what? I have to fight off the back foot. As we drop him right there again for the third time in the fight. You would think he would change up the strategy and start trying to initiate strikes on his end, but instead he's just choosing to be defensive even after he's gotten dropped 3 times. Not a smart strategy by my opponent right here. He's trying to go with them double elbows, but we made him pay. There's a nice elbow inside the clinch, but we actually blocked those two. We're not eating too much damage. Right there, breaking the block down. Nice 2-piece on the clinch entry. Hurts him, but he's bobbleheading that head off everywhere. That's the only thing that saved him. But look at that head held. He's down low, so we work the body, then come back up to the head. Get another rock. And now we're just going down to the body with the clean combinations of Nick Diaz. He tries the flying knee, misses on it. There's a clinch entry. Now we have him all kinds of hurt right here. He doesn't know what to do. So we just need to take our time and look for the finish. Popping that straight off. Jab into the block. He's moving his head a lot, so we try to catch him with that overhand. We reverse the cage position. And we're doing all this with boxing. We're just catching him with these clean strikes. Popping that jab off. Misses on that flying knee. We weren't able to make him pay for it, but you could just tell, man. He's in all sorts of trouble right here. Popping off them double elbows. Caught him again on the clinch entry with a 2-piece. Flip him off, let him know, hey, you know what? Them clinch entries are going to be the downfall of you, my boy. I promise you. And I see he's throwing a lot of elbows, so we could potentially set up a pull counter like that right there. Those are there all day on them elbows. There it is again. Get the clean pull counter uppercut and put him to sleep on top of the rage quit, though. On top of the rage quit, ladies and gentlemen, we got the job done. But that's it for the video, guys. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to slap that subscribe button as well as slap that like button, so that way this video does get tossed into the YouTube algorithm. And drop a comment in the comment section letting me know what fighters do you guys want to see me use. I could use anybody, so feel free. Let me know who you guys want to see me use. But until the next time, take it easy, be safe, enjoy the rest of your guys' day, afternoon, evening, depending on where you guys are watching this from. And I will see you guys in the next video.